Okay, so today, as I said, we're going to work on engaging all of our abdominal muscles. So, we have our regular six-pack muscles. We have some deeper ones. We have our obliques on the side. And then we also have our transverse abdominals. I'm sure you guys have heard of those. They wrap around and attach to the lower back, and they stabilize our lower back and our pelvis. So a lot of lower back pain, they always say, is, from weak, not just abdominal. I mean, they say weak abdominals, you need to strengthen your core, but really it's also the transverse that wrap around and attach to the top of the pelvis. So we do a lot of it anyway. We do it in, in a lot of plank poses and things like that. But we're just going to pay a little bit more attention to it. And I'll just ask that, and I'll say it during the practice, that you imagine when you're exhaling that you're wearing a corset and it's sucking in everything. You're not just hollowing out. You don't want to hollow in the belly and pull the belly. You want to suction everything, like you have one of those vacuum seal bags and it's suctioning the ribs in. So that's what you'll feel. And we're also going to move into Garudasana, which we've done before, but Debbie, I haven't with you. So we'll move into eagle arms, where you wrap your arms, like that. And then try not to interlace your fingers. You want to almost like you're clapping like this and lift and press. So we're going to move into that when we go into like full Garudasana. And I'll talk you through it when we do it. But I just wanted to make sure that the arm connection was okay. It's a little weird to describe. So that's it. There we go. We're gonna start seated. So let me switch this view here. There we go. Perfecto. And then, Margarita, you don't have to start the playlist yet if you want to be on track with me. We're going to start it in a second. So we will start seated. So you can sit on your heels if that feels okay. You can also put a blanket or something underneath your heels. Otherwise, you can sit in easy pose. I'm going to sit on my heels. There we go. And we're going to do a little bit of breath of fire, but at first I just want you to roll the shoulders back a little bit, a couple times, a few times. Try and really squeeze up to the ears, press back and down, and then bring the shoulders forward, squeeze up to the ears as you're rolling. So try and exaggerate it as much as you can. You'll feel it in your track muscles. So it'll be a little tight, but that's okay. Just taking some breaths. And then we'll go the other way. So squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift up to the ears, come forward, and then down. So really exaggerate, squeezing and rolling. Just taking a few deep breaths. Good. You can settle that down, take a look to the left, take a look to the right a couple times. Good. And then we'll close down the eyes. I just want you to bring your hands to your lower belly button and below. And then just start to settle in to the breath, trying to keep the spine wherever you are, shoulders over heart, heart over pelvis, maybe tucking the tailbone very gently to try and lengthen the spine. Just connecting a little bit with these muscles that we're going to work. So, there's the superficial top layer, our six-pack, but there's so many muscles underneath. Just some deep breaths through the nose. Good. You can go ahead and open the eyes. And breath of fire, it's called Kalabati breath. I think we've all done it. I'm not sure if Debbie has, but that's okay. It is a very forceful breath on the exhale, very passive on the inhale. You don't even have to think about inhaling. It happens naturally. So what it looks like out of the nose, you exhale forcefully. So it looks like, so you kind of bounce when you do it. So you just want to imagine the belly button is pulling back. We're just going to warm up the muscles there. And we'll just do it at a slow pace. You can follow my pace. I think you'll be able to hear it possibly. And we'll just do it for 30 seconds, okay? So we'll start by taking just a normal breath in and then begin. And then slowly inhale and exhale. You might feel a little dizzy here. I do just a little bit, so just take a second. Good. You can open up the eyes, and we're going to move into cat-cow. So I'm going to start the playlist if anybody's with me. All right, and we'll move on to all fours, okay? So as always, you want to press down through the knuckles. You want to imagine that your thumbs are coming together, press into the tops of the feet. We'll take a few rounds of regular cat-cow, dropping the chest, and then pressing the belly button in. And then just breathing through the nose. Bringing the chin to the chest, the tailbone in. Rolling the shoulders away from the ears, pressing into the feet, just keeping a connection. And then now I just want you to move through cat-cow feeling like really fluid, really watery. So your body might want to kind of drop a shoulder and just moving maybe the hips in circles, exaggerating the hips, taking deep breaths. And if you're going one way, you can switch and go the other way. Just whatever feels nice. Let the spine start to move. Good, and then come into tabletop pose. We're going to extend the right leg back, so you're going to bring the toes right onto the mat. Again, you want to press the ground away, you want to pull the ribs in, so start imagining that corset. And then you're going to move back to the ball mount of the foot, really pressing into the heel and just moving forward. Just a few times to get into the calf muscle, the heel. You can do a couple of bounces, but keep everything pulled in, tailbone long. Good, and then from here, you'll lift your right leg, bring your right hip in line with your left, pull in the ribs, press the ground away, roll the shoulders back, and then point the 5 toes down. All right, so you're lifting from your hamstring. And if you'd like, you can extend the left hand, palm facing the side, thumb facing the ceiling, and then bring the bicep by the ear. And then again, imagine that corset as you're pushing the ground away with your right hand and pressing into the top of the left foot. Really elongating. Deep breaths. And then slowly release. And we'll do the other side. So extend the left leg long into the toes. Strong, strong hands, fingers. And then start to bounce back a little bit, stretching the back of the calf. Keep the breaths long through the nose. Good, now gently come back to neutral. Pull everything in and then lift the foot. Let the 5 toes point down. The inner thigh is spinning up towards the ceiling, okay? Press into the left knuckles, reach the right arm long, bicep by the ear if you can, thumb pointing up. And just breathe deeply. And as you exhale slowly, imagine that the corset is tightening till the last breath is out. And then go back to the inhale. And then slowly release. Good. We're going to flip the back toes, come into downward facing dog. So come into your beautiful down dog that you know. moving hips, bending the knees a little bit, pressing a heel down, whatever feels nice to you just to get settled. Drawing the shoulder blades away from each other, just broadening in the upper back. Collarbones are opening up. And then really strong pressure into the both sets of knuckles, the index finger and the thumb. Full breaths into the torso. Then we're going to move into plank pose. So as you inhale, come into plank pose, shoulders over wrists. Take a couple breaths here. Imagining the corset, pointing the tailbone down towards the feet, meaning the butt is going to come in a little bit. Broadening the shoulders, take an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips. You can micro bend the knees if you need to. And then we'll flow through this about 5 times. So you can come at your own pace. Just slowly bringing in the breath, extending the heart forward, but remember the corset. Let the exhale finish, and then come back into the inhale. So we're not only strengthening our core, you're strengthening your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, even your thighs, your glutes, the full body. I'm probably going a little bit slower, so if you do more than 5, it's okay. You start to feel those lower back muscles engaging at the bottom of the exhale. Good. And then we'll come back into downward facing dog if you're not there already. Inhale, come into plank one more time. Take a full, beautiful breath. And then slowly lower. So you can come down to the knees, however you want to lower. Good. Flip the toes. Keep the hands in line with the ribs. Squeeze the elbows. Come up for cobra. Inhale. And then exhale, come back down. So keep the elbows glued to your ribs. Press into the feet. Inhale. Kneecaps lift. Exhale, release. And then inhale one more time. Pull the heart forward. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Now start to walk the hands back towards your feet. Open up the feet a little wider for ragdoll. Let the fingers touch. Maybe you want to sway from side to side. Micro bend the knees. Release the lower back. Shake your head yes and no, just to make sure that the neck is doing nothing but relaxing. Take some full breaths in. Every exhale, imagine there's a weight in the crown of your head just pulling down. Good. Now gently look forward. And as you inhale, start to walk up into plank pose nice and slowly, using all your muscles. And then as you exhale, come back into downward dog. Now inhale, look to the hands. And as you exhale, step both feet together to touch or hips with distance, whatever feels nice. Good. Bring the chin to the chest, slowly roll all the way up. Roll the shoulders up towards the ear and back, really opening up the chest, palms facing forward. Tailbone in, pressing into all toes. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good. We're going to move into traditional, well, not traditional, modified Surya Namaskar, where we'll hold plank for 5 breaths. Okay? So inhale the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. You can dive down, opening the shoulders if you like, or hands through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten that back, elongate the neck. Exhale, step back into plank pose. Breathe in, out. Inhale for 2. Exhale. Inhale for 3. For 4. Pull the ribs in for 5. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look to the hands. Exhale, step both feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, relax the neck. Inhale, reach up to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Keep the heart moving down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank. Inhale, 1. Inhale, 2. Keep going for 3. Imagine that corset. Inhale, 4. Tailbone towards the heels. Inhale, 5. Exhale, lower to the belly. Extend the arms long at your side, palms facing down, tops of the feet down. Shalabhasana, so you're gonna lift the heart, lift the fingers, lift the feet, tuck the chin, take an inhale, squeeze your shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the hands. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, step both feet together. Inhale, lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, let it go. Inhale, reach up, press into the feet, tailbone comes in. Exhale, dive back down, pull the belly in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back into plank. 5-count breath on your own. Pressing into the knuckles. Rolling the heart forward, shoulder blades back forward, pulling of the heart. Ribs in, corset action activated. When you're done with the 5th breath, we'll lower down to the belly, keep the elbows in. Again, Shalabhasana, flip the toes, palms facing down, squeeze the shoulders, lift the heart, lift the hands, lift the feet. Inhale, get a little bit higher. Exhale, hands down, downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here, nice and full. Broadening shoulders, lifting the belly in as you're reaching the tailbone up at the same time. Now slowly walk the hands back. You can keep your feet hips width distance apart. Coming into Utkatasana, chair pose. We'll hold this for a little bit. So you want to sit as far back as you can. You want to look down and see your toes. And then neutralize the tailbone a little bit. So you're going to bring it in. You don't want to stick it totally out, and you don't want to have it totally in. So you're just going to sit back and then pull it in just a little. Reach through the arms. If your shoulders are tight, you can bring your hands forward. But really feel that corset and the lower back muscles. So those muscles that are wrapping around, they're holding you right now. Take an inhale, reach through the fingers. Exhale, forward fold. Relax the neck, straighten the legs gently. As you inhale, walk yourself up to downward or to plank pose again, suctioning the ribs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, look to the hands. Exhale, step both feet together to touch. We're going to move into sun B. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. So now your feet are together, unless you work with hips with distance, that's okay. Again, sit back, pull tailbone in, and then bring the biceps by the ear. We're going to do this in Warrior 3 later. Keep the ribs pulling back. Take one more inhale, nice and full. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then low lunge, left leg back. So left leg goes back into low lunge. Okay, so you can come up on your fingertips. Bring the right knee right on top of the foot. Maybe look in between your legs if you want a little bit of hips width distance. You should have a little bit. Use the fingers to pull the heart forward, pull the belly in. So that means that the tail will come in just a little. And then you can stay here on the fingertips, Bring your hand to the right side, your right hip. So not the pelvis, but the soft part of your waist, I should say. And then slowly lift and twist. So keep the pelvis stabilized. So you want to keep both hips facing down, both pelvis bones. And then you're rotating. Not a lot of pressure in the left fingers. You can even lift them if you want to test it. But every time you twist and you exhale, notice that that corset is working in those side obliques. Now you can lift the right arm high, inhale. Exhale, hands down, fingertips to the ground. And then as you inhale, we'll come up for high crescent. You can always come down to the back knee. And again, maybe take a couple bounces into it, bringing the knee right over the ankle, and maybe getting your thigh parallel to the mat. So press into that back knee, to the sky, reach the arms up, and we'll come into prayer twist. So you bring your hands to your heart. You can do this on your knee as well. Hinge forward, and then just bring the elbow to the outside of the right knee. So you don't want to bring the armpit right now. So just bring the elbow so you can press into the elbow and lengthen through the upper body. Every exhale, that corset is getting tighter. All right, that means you're squeezing the inner thighs together at the same time. Take another inhale. One more exhale. And then inhale, come back up to high crescent. And as we exhale, we're going to come into chair pose twist. So you're going to come back into chair pose, woo, find your balance, and then twist. So bringing the elbow to the knee. So you want to sit low back into the seat. Shift the weight into the heels. And again, just the elbow to the outside of the knee. Just pressing, twisting the heart to the right. Now inhale, reach the arms up. My thigh is burning. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. So any version, you can go with locust again, lowering down to the belly. Inhale, just opening the heart, any version that you're in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shift forward into plank pose. And we're gonna move into side plank. All right, you're gonna bring your feet together. First option is to come down to the knee. And then roll over. You can stack the heels, or you can bring the right foot in front of the left. If your left knee is down, just reach through that right foot and then bring the bicep by the ears. Good, take an inhale. Exhale, hands down, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the hands. Exhale, step both feet together to touch. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana again. All right, bring the hips all the way back. Shift the weight into the heels. Take an inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, really open up the heart. Exhale, right leg back, low lunge. So again, come up to the fingertips, squeeze the feet together so they're really strong. Belly tries to lift off the thigh. And then you can stay on the right fingertips, or you can come down to your palm. Bring the hand to the side waist. Rotate the heart to the right. So press away with those fingers. Keep squeezing the legs together. And then every exhale, feel the oblique muscles engaging and the back muscles. You can raise the left arm when you're ready. Take another breath. And then slowly bring the hands down. Coming into high crescent as you inhale. Arms reach to the sky, bending into that knee. Right hip comes forward. Bringing the hands to the heart, prayer twist. You're going to hinge forward. And then bring the left elbow just right on the outside of the knee. All right, press into that elbow to lengthen and twist. So every exhale, you bring the belly in. Let the whole exhale go. One more inhale. One more exhale. Good. Inhale, high crescent again. Bend into that front knee. And then exhale, chair twist. So in the flow, we'll go straight into chair twist. Again, look down, make sure that both knees are together. Usually the left knee will creep back here. Send the weight into the heels and then press and lift the heart. Good. Slowly release down. Forward fold. Woo, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Again, any version that feels good for you. Cobra, Shalabhasana, up dog. Good. Shift into plank pose. Bring the feet together. Shift the weight into the right. You can bring the right knee down right away. Otherwise, roll down, reach the left arm up. Again, you can stagger the feet, stack the feet, bring the right knee down, turn the palm to face forward, maybe bring the bicep by the ear, and then try and bring the hips a little forward if your butt's sticking out. So you want to bring the hips forward and the shoulders in line with the tailbone. Slowly come into plank pose, downward facing dog. Let's just come down to a quick child's pose. So open up the knees, bring the big toes to touch, and then bring the forehead down. Just taking some nice, really full breaths into the front body and the back body. Feeling the shoulders broaden. And then again, using your exhale to squeeze every ounce of air that's left in your torso. Let it squeeze out. Good. We'll come back into downward facing dog and we'll flow that. One breath to one movement. Take your time. If you lose some balance, don't worry. You can giggle. I'll probably lose mine. Good. So back into down dog. Connect your fingers. Extend the sides of the neck long. Relax the heels. Take an inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, look to the hands. Exhale, step both feet together. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, arms up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, low lunge, left leg back. Inhale, twist to the right, right arm goes up. Exhale, hands down, low lunge. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Extend the spine. Inhale, high crescent, tailbone in. Exhale, chair twist. Bring the left leg forward, twist to the right. Lengthen the spine. Inhale, chair pose, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Again, any version. Stay with the breath. Big inhale. Cobra, up dog, Shalabhasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift into plank. Right arm rises. Inhale, side plank. Any version, reach up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the hands. Exhale, step both feet together, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, sink into the heels. Exhale, fold. Inhale again, halfway lift. Exhale, right leg back, low lunge. Plant the right palm, inhale, reach the left arm. Exhale, low lunge. Squeeze the legs together, inhale, high crescent. Exhale, prayer twist to the left. Inhale, high crescent, arms to the sky. Exhale, shoot off the foot, chair prayer to the left. Inhale, arms up, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift into plank. Feet together, left arm to the sky, side plank. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths here. Connecting with fingers and feet. Connecting with your breath, your mind. Just keeping your mind here. You are inhaling. You are exhaling. Good. We'll move through that one more time. Inhale, look to the hands. Exhale, step both feet together, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bow down. Inhale, chair pose, reach the arms up, tailbone in. Exhale, fold, let the neck release. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, left leg back, low lunge. Inhale, right arm to the sky, twist. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high crescent, tailbone in, ribs back. Exhale, prayer twist to the left, lift the belly off the thigh. Inhale, high crescent. Chair twist on the exhale, feet together, sink into the heels. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen out through the crown. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, look to the hands. Exhale, step both feet together. Lengthen, inhale. Bow down, exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, right leg back, low lunge. Inhale, reach the left arm, squeeze the thighs together. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high crescent, biceps by the ears, bend into the knee. Exhale, twist to the left, press into the palms to rotate the chest. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, chair twist to the left, sink into the heels. Inhale, arms up, chair. Exhale, fold. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, step back into plank, lower down. Now you can stay in plank. Sorry, I didn't give that option before. And then slowly move into down dog. Good, take a breath. Open mouth. Come back down to child's pose. So open up those knees. Reach long, lift the elbows, keep it active. Press down and up with the hands so you can send your hips closer to your heels. Again, just noticing the breath, maybe counting the breath if your breath has sped up a little bit, which I'm sure it has, just slowly counting the inhales and the exhales. Same count on each. Good. And we'll come up to, I realized I left plank, side plank out. Darn it, that's okay. We're gonna come down to our belly. So we're gonna come into a dolphin pose. If you'd like, you can do dolphin or you can hold forearm plank. So for dolphin, you could interlace your fingers, shoulders right over the elbows, and then come onto your knees, flip the toes, and come into down dog. So that could be an option. Otherwise, you can just stay elevated in forearm plank. So for dolphin pose, you want to keep the shoulders right over the elbows. You want to press down into the wrists and then broaden the shoulders. The tailbone goes up to the sky with every tiptoe that your feet come closer. Press the ground away. It's a lot on the shoulders, but you're also exhaling with that corset. So every exhale, squeeze the ribs in, everything in. Now slowly, if you're in dolphin, walk back out. If you're in plank pose, you can come to your knees for a second. Otherwise, come back into plank pose. Bring the tailbone in, long towards your heels. You got it. And then slowly come down to the knees. And then come back to a baby pose. So just sit, your knees are together, sit under your heels, reach the arms long. Good. And then we'll come down to our belly. We'll do one more Shalabhasana so we can strengthen our back muscles. So feet, hips width distance, palms down, tuck the chin, bring the forehead down, squeeze the shoulders together, shoulder blades down the back. And now inhale, lift the forehead and the chest, the hands, you can stay here. You can also lift the feet. So really reach through the fingers and the toes, tuck the chin. Imagine someone is pulling your neck gently forward and up. Squeeze a little bit more, and then release. You can bring the cheek down. Give yourself a good sigh, maybe a couple sighs, and try and release everything like a mini Shavasana. Good. Moving on, we'll come back into downward facing dog. Good. And just take a second here. Just again, fixing the hands and the toes. Just letting it feel nice, stretching out the whole spine. Alrighty, from here, you can lift the right leg high, or you can just come down to the knees and bring the right foot forward. And then slowly bring it all the way through into low lunge again. All right, we've been here before, so let's try and feel a little light. So just press into the feet, lift the pelvis a little bit, roll the shoulders back, and then inhale, high crescent. So for high crescent, you're gonna bring your hands to the soft part of your waist. All right, bend into that front knee. And then take a breath, tailbone in, ribs back, elongate the neck. We're gonna move into warrior 3, okay? So from here, you'll hop up. First option, you can just lift the foot a little bit, keeping the heart open. Otherwise, just keep teeter-tottering. So the head and the foot are in the same line. You wanna bring the outer left hip down. You wanna keep both hips straight. You can bring the hands to the heart and then bring them out if you want to a T like Superman. Keep reaching through the heel. If you like, you can also bring the hands forward, micro bend the standing knee a little bit, reach the left heel up. Good. From here, you're gonna bring the left foot up and we'll come into Garudasana. So you'll cross the left foot over and then you can bring the left toe onto the ground, a kickstand if you want. So you're almost like a chair pose. Bring the right arm underneath for eagle arms, and then lift and press the arms forward. So you can kickstand that toe so it helps with your balance. Sit back, let the weight come into the heel, squeeze the legs together, but then bring your shoulders back like your back is up against a wall. Lift the elbows, take a few breaths. Every exhale, corset your torso. Squeeze everything into the midline. And then slowly we're gonna come up into tree pose. Whew. So any version, toes can be on the ground, below the knee, above the knee. Bring the hands to the heart, or you can bring the arms straight up if you have your balance already. Just starting to settle the breath a little bit. Elongate through the spine, press into leg and foot. Just lifting through the heart. Again, noticing the out breath. Let it completely finish, sucking in every muscle. Good. And bring the knee forward. Release down. We're gonna come into Malasana. So open up the feet, hips with distance. You can turn the toes out a little bit and then slowly come down. If this is not working for your knees, you can roll up the back of the mat like in a, like rolling it up, and then you can bring the heels on top of it. Maybe this will help. Yeah, otherwise if you really don't like Malasana, you can have a seat real quick and then just bring the bottoms of your feet to touch, okay? So in Malasana, you'll bring the tailbone down towards the earth, press into the outer edges of your feet, tuck the chin, connect with the breath, elongate the spine. Good, and then from here we'll come into plank pose. All right, take a breath or two in plank. Tailbone comes in, long towards the heels, roll the shoulders away from the ears, you got it, one breath in. And then Chaturanga Dandasana, so lower down, any version, any vinyasa you want. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale the left leg high, and then exhale, low lunge. Bring it all the way through. You can use your hands to get there. All right, press into the feet, drag them together so you can get that lightness. Lift the belly off the thigh, take a second, make it nice and strong. And then as you inhale, we'll come up into high crescent, again, bringing your hands to the side waist. Taking a couple breaths, and again, feeling that exhale, that corset. You're gonna bring the tailbone in. You're gonna feel even your oblique muscles when you're totally empty of air. Bend into that knee a little bit, and then from here, warrior three. So you'll press off that back foot. First option, just let the toes touch. That's totally fine. Keep the hips square, and then slowly move in to any version. You're gonna point the 5 toes down, rotate the outer right hip down towards the mat. You can bring your arms out like Superman, keep the shoulder blades active, or you can bring your arms forward. Again, these transverse abdominals are really working right now in this pose. You can feel it strengthening your back. Take another breath, and then slowly come up. Garudasana. So you can bring your hands to your heart, cross your leg. Again, kickstand the foot if you want, otherwise squeeze it and wrap it. Left arm goes underneath. Lift the elbows in line with the shoulders. Press the hands forward. Squeeze everything into the midline. Sit back into the heel, and then bring the shoulders back in line over the hips as much as you can. So like you're leaning up against a wall. Lift the arms, press forward, breathe into the shoulders. Full exhales, let it all go, every last drop. Take another breath in, squeeze everything together, and then slowly come into tree pose. Any version, this side may be totally different than the other side, and that's a-okay. Just find your drishti, that one focal point. Press foot into the leg into the foot, lifting through the spine, elongating the sides of the neck. Like the crown of your head is going to touch the ceiling or the sky. You can raise your arms here if you want, or any version that feels nice. Just pulling the ribs in, breathing. And slowly bring the hands to the heart, bring the knee in. We'll come down to Malasana one more time, where you can, again, just sit on your bum and come into Baddha Konasana, where you interlace the bottoms of the feet. Just take a few breaths here, settling down, tailbone towards the ground, just grounding down. through the feet. Noticing the breath, trying to keep it smooth. Good. And then from here, we'll come back into plank pose. And downward facing dog. Okay. So we're gonna move, you can come down to your knees for a second. We're gonna move into a tree plank. So it's tree pose in plank. Otherwise, you'll come down to the knee and then just lift the one leg, okay? So that's the option. So we can all come into plank pose. Those that are coming into side plank, you can bring your feet together, lift the left arm to the sky. You can stay right here. Otherwise, you can try and bring your foot in to the lower calf or even the upper thigh and reach up. So again, you're really pressing the foot into the thigh. You're pressing the right arm away from the mat, trying to pull the ribs in and trying to keep the shoulders in line with the tailbone. It's a lot. Press into the outer edge of the foot. Good. Take another breath. You got it. And then slowly bring the hands down. Come back into plank. Come back onto your knees for a second. You can roll out your wrists if you need to. And we'll do the same on the other side. Okay, so we'll come back into plank pose. Those coming with me, you'll bring your feet together. Otherwise, come down to the knee, extend the right leg. Roll over to the side, lift the right arm up. You can stay here or bring your foot to the below the knee, or you can bring the foot above the knee, reaching up. So really reach your right knee to the sky. So the right hip is pressing up. And again, making sure that the shoulders, you might need to come back a little, pull your heart back to bring it in line with your tailbone. Press the ground away, squeeze your obliques, and then slowly come back into plank, and then child's pose. Whew. I already know that I want to say good job to you guys. So reach through the hands, spreading the ribs, spreading the side body, breathing fully, like you're expanding your whole torso into a balloon, stretching those muscles. And then slowly come up. Good. So you're gonna sit, you're gonna come into mermaid pose. So it's like sitting on your heels, but then dropping your seat to one side. I'm dropping mine to the left. So this is like a little mermaid pose. You can bring your hands up to elongate the spine. I feel like this is how ladies sat in their bathing suits in the 1960s or 50s. And then you can slowly twist, so bring the fingertips down. I like to use my right hand to press against my thigh to just twist a little bit. Again, keeping the spine nice and straight. Using the fingers to pull the twist. Feels nice, stretching the side of the abdominals here. Good. Come back into center, and then you're gonna bring your right foot over your left for Matsyendrasana. If this is not comfortable, just extend the left leg long, okay? Same thing. And then from here, make sure that the arch of the right foot is pressing down. So you want the whole foot pressing down. And then you're gonna slowly hug the knee, fingertips behind you. Inhale as you lift through the spine. Exhale as you pull the belly in and twist. If this feels okay and you want a little bit more, you can bring your elbow to the outside, starburst your hands, but keep pressing into that arch of the right foot, okay? Good. And then slowly release on your next exhale. And we'll come into mermaid pose on the other side. So you can start off on your heels and then drop your bum over. Okay, so take your 1950s bathing suit pose, bring your fingertips to the side, and then gently twist. So I even feel this in my right hip and the back QL muscle. For me, that's what I feel. So you're gonna inhale, lengthen, and then Exhale, traction the fingers to turn your heart to the right. And then slowly release. Bring the left leg over. You can extend the right leg long again to modify. So another option, press into this arch of the foot, hug the knee, lift the chest, fingertips behind you, and then slowly twist. So let the shoulders come away from the ears. So keep elongating the neck, rolling the left shoulder back. Are we doing the same leg? I think we're doing the same leg. Sorry, I don't know if I screwed anyone else up. Or I'm confused. I don't even remember where I was. But anyway, keep twisting. I'm sure you guys know. And then slowly release. All right, you're going to extend the legs forward. Moving any flesh out of the way. So Dandasana, you're going to bring the palms to the side, extend the torso, inner arches together, flex the toes, and then slowly just walk yourself forward here. So I do always say to keep the back flat and roll the shoulders, and you could roll the shoulders here, but if you want, you can round the lower back a little bit and relax the neck. So if you want to grab the toes, you can, ankles. Just press the knees down, or you can lightly bend the knees to release the lower back, and you'll still get a good hamstring stretch. Just keep the arches together. Good. And then slowly come up. I'm going to bring the hands forward, bring the tailbone in, and then slowly release all the way down. We're going to come into bridge pose. So bring the feet closer to your sit bones, hips with distance apart. Relax the shoulders, press into all edges of your feet, especially the inner arches, because once we lift, we try and open up the knees, but we want to keep them straight. So when you're ready, you're going to inhale, lifting the hips up, press into the palms, press into the arches, and then if you want more, you'll bring the shoulder blades underneath you, interlace the fingers, press into the hands. So keep the chin facing up towards the sky. Keep pressing into all edges of the feet, lifting the hips, and then bringing your breath into the back of the shoulders and the heart. So just trying to calm down the breath as you're lifting and pressing into the feet. The thighs are pressing up towards the sky. And then slowly come down. We're going to do that one more time. So if you want, you can open up the feet to the width of the mat and knock the knees together just to take a breath. And then slowly bring the feet back to where they were if they're not there already. And we're going to add an option to this bridge. So you're just going to lift up into bridge. So try not to look at the screen when we're in bridge. I'll just talk you through it. So you can come to whatever version, bringing the shoulders underneath if that feels okay. Now, if you want a little bit more, just heel toe the left foot a little over to the right so it's in the center. Press into the foot and extend the right leg high. Flex the toes. And then slowly bring it back down. Bring the left foot back where it was, and then maybe just bring the right foot a little bit in towards the midline. Press, lift the hips, and then lift the foot. Extend through that heel. Press into the whole right foot. Slowly release. And then everybody can gently spread the shoulders down and then release down. Bring the bottoms of the feet to touch. One hand on your heart, one hand onto your belly. Just melt the whole backside down onto the mat. Release the neck and the jaw. Good. Now bring your hands to your knees, close them up like a book. And we'll bring our right foot onto our ankle for a little figure 4 stretch. We're going to add on to it as well. So flex the foot, bring the left knee towards the heart, bring the right hand in between the little triangle of your legs. You can grab on behind the knees, you can grab on top of the knee and interlace the fingers, whatever feels nice. Just keep pressing the right knee forward, relax the shoulders down, let the back of the head be heavy, and just take it to the exact point where you're feeling a really nice stretch that feels comfortable but deep. Really use your breath on the exhale to just relax everything down. Maybe let the exhale be longer than the inhale. And now, if you want, you can stay in this figure 4, just keep breathing through it, let it feel nice. Otherwise, if you want, you can extend the left leg to the sky, and then maybe grab onto your calf or your ankle. So you'll get the hip stretch, but you'll also get a nice hamstring stretch. Okay, flex the top, flex both feet, actually. And then just reach through that top heel, keep pressing the knee forward. And then slowly release the leg, left leg comes down, right leg comes down, and we'll switch sides. So flex that top foot and then gently bring the knee into the chest. Maybe you just take a little body scan and see how different this side is from the other. And maybe it's not, but that's okay. Take any version you want with the fingers on the knee and just keep flexing that left foot, releasing the neck muscles, shoulders down. You can even press the shoulder blades down and together into the mat to lift the heart a little bit. With some longer exhales, make them longer than the inhale. Nice and warm and soft. And if you want on the side, you can extend that right leg, grab on to the calf or the ankle, and keep both feet flexed. Try and press the tailbone down here too, okay? You can maybe sway from side to side if that feels nice. So imagine that the toes are going to touch your nose. The toes are lower down than your heel. Your heel is up towards the sky. The toes are towards your face. Good. And then slowly bring that right foot down. Bring both feet down. And we're just going to take a gentle twist, supine twist. If you want to come into any supine twist that you know, obviously you can. Otherwise, just bring your knees out wide towards the mat, like the sides of the mat. And let the feet be straight. Extend the arms out. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, just drop the knees. Don't move the feet. Just drop the knees to the left, gaze to the right. If you want a little bit extra, you can take the left foot and put it on top of the right knee, keeping the right foot flexed. And then gently releasing, bringing the knees to the center as you inhale. And as you exhale, dropping them to the other side, seeing what this feels like. And then you can bring that right foot onto the left. Just keeping your mind on the breath filling up the body. And then slowly come back into center. Then we'll come into Shavasana. Good. So set yourself up however feels nice here in Shavasana. Feet can be wider than the mat, hands can be wider. As always, palms up for energy, palms down for grounding. You can also bring your shoulder blades a little bit together to lift the heart. Tuck the chin a little, let the back of the head be heavy. And just try and sink everything down. Just letting go of the breath, letting go of every muscle, every tendon, every bone. And just letting your thoughts kind of float in and float out. If you struggle with many thoughts, you can also just focus on noises. You pick one noise at a time. Maybe it's the birds, and then you move on to the next noise. You just really settle down, release the tongue and the jaw. And then slowly just start to deepen the breath. You don't have to move anything yet. Just feel the belly expanding as you breathe in. So the belly is our third chakra, and the verb that goes with this chakra is I can. So, we focus on our core a lot, not just to have abdominals, for looks, but it just gives us the strength and determination and the self-confidence. So just take another couple breaths here, just focusing on this center area, maybe seeing a really bright, beautiful light, just giving you a push, giving you a reassurance that you can. Good. And then start to wiggle the fingers and the toes and the wrists and the ankles. And reach the arms above the head. So one big, really nice stretch in the abdominals. And bring the knees into the chest, rolling from side to side a little bit. And then we'll move over to the right side of the body. Just taking a second here. And then gently pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat. Cross the legs if you'd like. Bring the hands into prayer mudra. And then shoulders over heart, heart over pelvis, tucking the chin a little. Just taking a breath or two to connect with this beautiful mudra at our heart. Good. Maybe giving yourself a little smile. Bring your thumbs to your third eye center. And just bowing forward in gratitude that we can. Namaste. We did it again. Yay, 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 yay. How's it going?
I had somebody blow on my belly during Shavasana.
Was it Kaya or a dog?
It was Kaya.
Oh, so like, how was that? Because I got like tired, like a little bit more, but I don't know if like it's because I'm talking and viewing. Did that feel pretty okay?
That was challenging for me, Ellie. I enjoyed it. It was yeah, it was good. It was good. It tired me out for sure.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys
good.
were you able to like feel those muscles when you were corseting? Does it make sense?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Kind of? Okay.
No, it did. I thought it was fascinating how much you can use those muscles just with that full exhale. Like,
yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's the exhale we should always use during the practice. So that's great.
It's amazing.
Good. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a great day.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then I'll see you again. Wednesday is 11:30, but also 1 o'clock. So 11:30 is private for you guys. 1 o'clock is everybody. So, and then tomorrow night, if any.
Thanks, Ellie. I hope to be here on Wednesday as well.
Good, good. And if anyone wants tomorrow night, it's 6 o'clock.
Okay. Thanks, Ellie. Bye. Bye, Elisa. Bye.
Valakia. Bye.
Bye, Kaya.
Bye.